If you want to become a content strategist in 2026, what are the things must be learned and what is the roadmap? In this session, we are going to find out this. So AI is a big competition for the content creator and also a very helpful tool. AI and human, when working together like a hybrid workflow, then it is easy to create content. But the most important thing is how this content is going to add value to the audience. So first thing first, content creation required prompt engineering, and when you are writing a prompt, you are a creator. Now it is time to explain exactly what you need, and then AI is giving you the answer. What is very important in this communication is the human angle, how you are going to see the world and what you want to share. So focusing on your personal knowledge skill is very important when you are creating something as a educational content or entertaining content or a marketing content. All you need the kind of research. When we see some fascinating content from a creator, it is a inspiration how they address the most important topic that is trending now. But there are some evergreen topics that always get value. So is it only the content creation is it only the thought process, or it is a combination of using the tools and thought process and knowledge all together? This will be a topic of discussion in today's session. So we want to make it little simple. Content has many dimensions, and some content increase the visibility of a brand. It may be your personal brand, or you are working for a specific brand. It brings conversion. What is conversion? Conversion means someone interested to learn about the service and product, and they decided to make the purchase based on the information. So that is conversion. And customer engagement means whether they are liking your content, giving some comment on this, or even dislike. All these points are customer engagement. You are working to develop good quality content so that it increases the visibility, and sequentially it will add conversion, it will create customer engagement. Now it is about the basic marketing management of your business. Let's start it from very slow perspective. If you have an idea and you want to start it from a very small scale, Amazon was started with an idea just selling books, that's it. And now it is one of the largest corporation around the world. So first thing first, as a creator, you need to find out a niche where you have interest. Like you can talk about this niche all day long because you have plenty of experience in this particular field. So find out that best niche, and then now consider it like a business. Do you need a degree in business? I don't think so. Whatever degree you have, either it is in science, art, commerce, or geography, whatever, if you can understand language, you can speak based on your understanding. You can if you have the ability to share your thought, AI can be your co-founder. Why? Because you have the idea and AI has the interpretation capability. So here is the good point that we want to share: how to craft those creative, how a content strategist craft his creative that is engaging. Crafting creative means you are designing something from scratch. Just you have a Photoshop tool, you are creating a nice banner for your product. Try to find out what are the similar kind of product in the market and how they are presenting their product. Then compare all those example ads. Then you can craft a creative one which is comparatively different from the competitor. It may not be the best one at first attempt, but that is a starting point. So research driven strategies actually help you in creating those craft. Do you need a degree for that? I don't think so. Now once your content is created, now it is time to pivot it and send it to different channels. Different channels means different social media channels where more and more visitor can get in touch with those content. Say it is just a blog post or a webinar that explaining what is content strategy or content marketing in 2026. The first thing is writing. Do you think writing or blogging is obsolete in 2026? So I would say blogging is not at all obsolete in 2026. It doesn't matter where is your expertise, whether you are a doctor, a big data scientist, or an AI specialist. Whatever your skill set, you can't ignore the power of writing and sharing your thought through blogs, or you are a consultant. If somebody is telling you that blogging is obsolete in 2026, then it is not at all true. Blogging is still relevant. The point is how it is presented, how it is researchful, human content, how it is actually making connection with the audience. Now, it is content become a gold mine when it is presented in a fashion that information is lucid, clear, crystal clear, and everybody can understand this. My slide shows Amazon listing. Say you have a product and you want to list the product's detail in such a clear step-by-step way that the buyer can understand what exactly you are selling in just spending less than 10 seconds. It should not take like more than 10 seconds to understand exactly what is your product. Otherwise, in this first piece, content get less engagement, get less importance. So, dear friend, let's try to understand these content strategy related skills in few minutes. So, first is the prompt engineering. Prompt engineering means you are sending a prompt to the AI, and that is, you are giving a context, and based on that context, AI is giving you an answer. So basically asking question, and if the question is more detail oriented, then the person who is answering, he can answer this. By the way, why you are making this video? What will be a output of this video? Like if somebody watch this video, what kind of benefit you will get? So, dear friend, this is a learning process. When you are sharing your thought with audience with full comment that you know this topic, and the audience also understand that you are trying to establish your point. In this kind of conversation, we come to a conclusion that engagement started with the points. These points are something that thoughtful, like prompt engineering. You can find a big thick book on prompt engineering that explaining various way to talk to an AI. But when you are creating a content based on these, like content based on prompt engineering, content strategy, etc., it is also important to understand the audience. Why audience exactly tuning into your content, what their pain point, and how quickly you are giving them a solution. So it is all about editing information. Let's assume that we are living in an era where information is just snap away. Like you just ask something and you are getting the information. The point is that how we are going to edit those information. Probably in your city you have a library. In library you have all sort of information, like whatever you want. It's like you want to become an MBA overnight. All the information required for becoming an MBA is stored in a library, but you need some time to exercise those information so that these are actually applicable in the real world. That is the reality. So let's face this reality. Like let's think about a storefront or a blog. Like you have a product, amazing product, or say you just selling say garlic online, whatever. Now you have a storefront where people can order garlic. Okay, now you are writing more content about garlic. This is the benefit of garlic and ginger, mix this with this. So the funny comic is there. Yeah, I know AI language, and then he says, okay, I am ginger, I do this kind of things. All the effort of creating good quality images, good quality slide, end of the day is just sending a message to your audience. It doesn't matter how you are presenting this, what is the megapixel of your image. It matters how you actually articulating the points based on your experience. Then there are many ways to create impacts. That is the social media. Social media actually is something raw, unfiltered content that people want to consume without any headache, without putting more pressure on the brain. But still SEO optimization exists, and now this SEO become 2.0, the new version. So there are some content you are posting on social media, like what you know, what you do, how you are doing this, and all those things, very raw, unfiltered. There is another page in your website that is like more resourceful, more data driven, etc. If I think about the data, that like let's say, let's go to the website Data Common. So I want to understand let's remove this Chalkworks. What kind of data you want to know? Let us assume I want to know the small business in USA. Tell me about small business in USA that makes less than $1 million. Very small business. So you can get the data very quickly, but explaining, information gathering, this is very important. Like United States, if we think about United States, it's a population of around 35 million, and average income is per capita $40,000 per year, and the people average age is around 37 years. Unemployment is there, and say it is 4% as per the data. What is data? Now based on this data, what you understand about the demography? If we think about, it's a economy of like 28.8 trillion dollar economy. If we look at the labor force of this country is like 73%. So tons of informations are there. How you are going to utilize these information, like market capitalization of domestic company, this why this data is information. So information is there, no problem. Whenever you need some information, you get it quickly. Point is that how you can set the strategy so that it can be shareable in context to your business. That is the point. Courses are available around the internet. You can go to Coursera, various type of course. Even Google is providing courses on social media, content strategies. But skill development is something like practice. Skill development is also depending on how your personal experience are related to your content. Understanding audience philosophy is also part. Why? Because see, when you upload a content or post a content, algorithm find it suitable for a specific group of people, and say this specific group of people are so small, so narrow, that they really understand your content. It's okay, fine, because you don't need a huge amount of audience to tell your message. Here I can give you one example. When I started my career, say I started teaching a small group of students maths, science, computer. That was my full-time work, because a small group of people were benefited from these tutoring. So similarly, when a business is going to help a customer group, that group is actually very small. You don't need to become Mr. Beast or another big YouTuber to generate only income from this social media. What we need, what you are doing to brand it easily. Now, there is some clear fact that if you are a very good storyteller, like you can tell story to your friend all day long, that it could be a very good skill or better advantage for content creation, because you can tell the story like a storyteller. But here, story needs some background music, like you are sharing some interesting thing, and story needs some visuals, like what you are telling, it is showing in the content, and that requires some skills. And also very important that AI is here to tell you more information about this what you are saying. You are the person who is driving the AI like a car, is someone who is deciding what is misinformation, what is biased information, what is copyrighted information, or what is classified information. So when you have consciousness about all those things, then you are playing your cards well. Got it? So bring the data, tell it like its story, find your audience and share it. That's it. But the question is that if it is so easy, then why so many unsuccessful story around the world in content creation? Again, can we blame the algorithm for this? I don't think so. We need to find it out step by step. What is the tools you can use for this? Many tools are making things easy. Like if you are dealing with like Amazon, there are some tools available to find out the keyword. If you are dealing with a blog, tools like Google Analytics, then Google Search Console, these are giving you the context. What exactly keyword that ranking your site? Very simple, we know that. And focusing on those keyword as a niche is important for content creator. So content creator playing with keywords, is that true? 100%. But there is something that we should remember. It is 2026. AI is dominating the internet, and AI optimization is also a significant part. You are not competing to become number one in the search engine result. You are also competing to become number one in the AI, that is artificial intelligence generated answers. So that they can cite your content as a valuable example. So how to do this? Make your content citable. Like, this is easy to give a context. And if your content is like written based on some experience, your expertise, your authority on this topic, your trustworthiness of this topic, like you are a person working in this industry, you are talking about something which is relevant to the industry, and your conversation is trustworthy. You are not driving some traffic to some specific areas of product or service. In fact, you are open to explain things that your audience can utilize. So let me tell you some reality of this industry. Is it a very good, lucrative, very much what we call, okay, this is a very lucrative industry, if I know this skill I will have a lot of work to do? That is not true. It is not so money making niche for someone who want to start as a content strategist, but it is a base of any other career path. Reason why, if you think you are going to become an entrepreneur in future and you understand how to utilize those blog, social media, etc. for selling your product and service, when you are hiring someone to do these tasks, you can actually tell them what exactly going wrong. Now, many entrepreneur, whether they are selling skincare brand or a coffee, they already knew this thing is something there is no alternative. So they need actually some hands who are going to help them, and these hands are actually very novice, like they are new, they don't know, they have skills, they have done a lot of reels and gather some subscriber followers, they know how to make content viral by putting some animations on TikTok. But when it is time to do a little bit of research, too much information gathering, analyzing them, and producing valuable insights, there is something need more concentration. There is something you need to be slow down. You can't speak like creating viral content or playing a video game. So end of the day, you are a writer. A content strategist is a writer writing, but still you need some basic IT skills like drawing something using Canva, designing a landing page using Figma, or building your blog site using Elementor, and connect your blog to the Google Analytics and see who is visiting your site, dealing with ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. AI tool. So how long it will take to learn all those things? Just browse this software, look here and there, find out the tools, do some experiment, do some page creation or file creation. If somebody spend at least 1 week to get some expertise on those tools, they can quickly learn, because nowadays new generations are very, very expert in understanding any app and finding out on options. So all you need a mindset how you are going to spend your time with those tools and how you are going to utilize them. Now the next thing is the collaboration part. Like, you are creating amazing content, your content is good, how you can produce same quality content again and again when you will get like 5 views after uploading a very, very, very edited, animated, engaging content, and say no comment or in fact no view. The consistency is very important. Like, continue your work, because the information that you are sharing is actually enriching you. This information, this skill set will help you to present in a meeting where you can tell what exactly you do. This information will help you to improve your thought process and reducing your dependency on AI, because information is there, but the editorial part need human touch. Even you have a very haphazard kind of, or like unorganized data about any topic, you can upload these to notebook LM and ask question on those, and you can make a nice mind map how you are going to present this. So your intention, in nutshell, it is your intention how you want to present your data. In the next episode, we'll deep dive into similar kind of information. Till then, take care. And what we have learned today, I think these are just a conversation. Wisely use those thoughts. When you get a direction and keep walking in a path, your experience make your direction more focused. You get more ideas how to connect all those dots together. Till then, take care and see you guys in the next episode.